Right. Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light. Sunday, December 21st, 2025. We'll wait a few minutes. Right. Peace and love. Peace and love. All right. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to get started. Just want to start by saying Happy New Year. Happy Winter Solstice. This is a special cosmic time during the year. And I really miss y'all. I really miss coming on. It's been too long, and if there's any time for me to come on, it is during this time of the year, because it's time for my favorite activity, and that is fasting. So we're gonna get into that in a second. I'm joining y'all to join me. I'm asking everyone, each and every one of y'all that is tuning in, that is looking to become the best self, to join me on this fast. And a little later on, I will get into the details of that. Before I get into that, I want to make some announcements. The most important thing is we got a new website. And on the new website, we're offering all of our specials, juice cleanses, raw food. The key thing is that we're offering 25% discount from now until the end of the year. So the code, if you go on our website, KeppersRawFoodJuiceBar.com, KeppersRawFoodJuiceBar.net, you'll go to the store, and as you go through all of the choosing what you want, you hit the discount code Solstice25, Solstice25, all one word, and you'll get the 25% off at discount. Another thing we're offering this year is our memberships. For those of y'all, I got some of y'all that rock with me doing juice cleanses. Some of y'all seem like every week, every other week, definitely every month, and definitely every quarter. So I got quarterly memberships and monthly memberships. Again, go to my website, check out all the new updates. And of course, if you haven't heard, we're back open. We're at the Tastemakers Food Hall over there, 10th and Franklin, 2800 10th Street. We're open from 12 to 7 every day except Sunday. Sunday is 12 to 6. So come check us out. We'll probably be open on Christmas. We'll probably close early, maybe around 3 or 4 o'clock on Christmas, but we will be open on Christmas. And so yeah, those are my announcements. I'll repeat those announcements on the close or at the conclusion. Let's get into it. The reason why y'all are here, it is winter solstice time, December 21st to the 24th. It is a 4-day period. It is a time where the dark matter, the dark energy becomes dominant. As we know, they call it the shortest day of the year. Really, the days are the same because it's a 24-hour solar clock, right? Our 24 hours we measure by the sun. And in a yearly rotation around the Earth, yeah, I said that right, around the Earth, this is the time where the sun is furthest away in the northern hemisphere. And what that does is create the shortest amount of hours of daylight. And why is this significant? Why is this important? Well, energetically, if we're getting very little sunlight in comparison to darkness, the dark matter, the dark energy is more dominant. On a spiritual level, the subconscious, the subconscious mind is stronger during this time of the year. And when we think about the subconscious, the sleep, the time to create, the time to go within, this is the time. This is the time now to bring that into focus, and to couple it with a fast really brings it up to on an exponential level. And your prayer meditation along with your fasting during this time of the year becomes extraordinarily significant. This I like to explain that this time is like the equivalent, if we equated the 365-day year to a 24-hour clock. Right now we're at midnight, and at midnight this is the strongest pivot of the year, because as far as when we look at the new year, this is the new year. This is the real new year right here, December 21st to the 24th. That 4-day period is that period where the sun is moving away, further and further away, and then it starts to return, to move closer. And then by June, the June solstice, it is the closest, therefore creating our summer months. So as we go into this winter season, this is a time to lay the groundwork, not only for your fast work, but if you're into breath work, if you're into meditation, if you are into prayer, whatever you're into, this is the time to turn it up, to turn up the notch, to really dial in and focus on what it is you're looking to create for 2026. This is also time, people often say, never go to bed angry, especially if you have a partner, a loved one. Never go to sleep with that energy on your heart. Well, this is time. This is that time, because again, we experience that every night. But this time during the winter solstice is that times 100. So whatever you may be going through during this time, this is the time to fix it. If there's ever a time to guard your feelings, thoughts, emotions, imaginings, this is the time. More than any other time during the year, this is the time to really get into your manifestation mode, get into your, tap into those powerful emotions of love, hope, faith, possibilities. This is that time now. I started my fast today. I had 3 juices, actually 2.5. I'm working on the third one right now. So today is day 1 for me. I will be going from now, today, Sunday, into probably, I have to look at the calendar, but I will probably be going at least a solid 2 weeks, 14 days. So I'm asking you all to join me. This is the time to do it through the holidays as we move into our new calendar year. There's nothing more powerful than to do is to do this practice during this time of the year. So I'm calling on all of you to join me. The more, and that's one of the keys to success. And let's move right into that. What are the keys to a successful fast? What are the things that are going to ensure that you become successful? And I'm writing one more thing I just came to my mind. Well, the first one is what I just did, is recruit others to join you. If you have a partner, a wife, husband, family members, co-workers, who's ever in your community, ask them to join you. And of course, they're going to say why and what you're doing, and you can give them every reason or the reasons that would vibrate with them. Okay? Because the more people that join you, and that gives a chance to hold each other accountable. So it's very important, it's very powerful that you do this. If you want to be successful, ask other people to join you in doing this fast. What's the second? That's probably the most important key, is to get other people to join you. Second, while you're doing the fast, this is a great time to clean and organize. Clean, organize, and clean. You want to, there's, again, it's a momentum. I'll put myself out there and say I could do a lot better. I'm not the dirtiest person, but I'm certainly not the cleanest person. And I always respect those that stay organized and stay clean, and but that sets the tone, because as within, so without as within. How do you expect this body to be clean and organized on the inside if your surroundings and things around you is in shambles and disorganized? There's always cleaning to do. There's always a closet to go into. There's always something to reorganize, to go through. Extremely important to do that. And of course, really, when you're doing a fast, this is one of the best activities to do while fasting, because you're going to have more energy at some point. Yeah, there will be highs and lows, but for the most part, there's nothing going to be weighing you down. Okay? So clean and organize and clean. That's number 2. Number three is that you want to read about fasting. Educate yourself on fasting. There's always something more to learn and to know. If you want to watch a video on fasting, do that. That may work. That will work, but I would implore you to limit any type of media in the way of video, movies, things of that nature. If you feel like that's something you want to do, and you to each his own. Look, this is a time that we want to limit, and that goes right into number 4, is to limit media, technology, Wi-Fi. Again, it's all around us, and we do the best we can, but a little bit goes a long way. If we're on the phone less, on the computer less, this is a time to go. Again, we want to go within. We want to do more reading. That's why I say read about fasting rather about watching about fasting. Yeah, you're watching me right now, but of course we want to, if you don't have any books on fasting, order some books on fasting. I know we live in this age of tablets and things like that. Yes, get it on your tablet. There's a ton of books on fasting. I'm sure on Amazon, Kindle, etc. But for the most part, we want to limit our interaction with computers and cell phones and tablets and those types of things. That's number 4. Number 5 is we want to replace that with, as I said, reading about fasting, but we also want to get into our spiritual work. I know some of you are into breath work, yoga, meditation, prayer, reading your spiritual text, whether it be the Bible, the Quran, or some other text that is near and dear to you. This is the time to really be doing that. Again, what will happen during a fast is, again, you'll have highs and lows. But during those highs, you don't want to necessarily expend a lot of physical energy. And usually you want that physical energy, you want to be using that to clean and organize and get your space, whether it's your house, your workspace, your whatever it may be, your car, any place you spend a significant amount of time, you want to create order and cleanliness in that space. So what's that, number 5? Number 6, understand that hunger is part of the process. Hunger is very important. We never feel the sensation of hunger. And hunger does not equate with starvation or starving. Those are two totally different things. It takes a long time to reach the point of starvation. A hunger pain is just that, a hunger pain. It is a sensation. It is basically generated from what you habitually do, which is eat. And I'm sure most, if not all of you, eat every single day. Okay, so nothing wrong with that. But this is why I'm here tonight, to inspire you, to implore you to use this sacred time of the year to go without. Because you're really not going without. You really it's like addition by subtraction. So you're adding so much more to your life, your quality of life, your clarity, your energy, your longevity, your well-being, by saying, okay, I'm going to eliminate food for the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 14, 21, 28 days. This is the time. This is the optimal time. This is the time every year that I do my longer fast. And when I say longer fast, more than 7 days. So I'm planning to go hopefully at least 2 weeks. Yeah, so I'm putting it out there. I'm asking y'all to join me, and I'm giving you the keys to be successful. And the last one, well, okay, no, I'm almost skip one. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we had 7. Seven is to get to, I talked about the hunger pains. Well, I'm gonna make this a part of 6 because this is associated with it, because I want to do seven. Seven is the spiritual number, so I want to do 7 keys to success. So really, part of 6, as far as the hunger pains, is to get to day 4. That is your most important objective right now, is to get to day 4. Why day 4? Well, once you reach day 4, you should be on cruise control. Your hunger pain should go away. So again, number 6 is hunger, the sensation of hunger. Because once you conquer that sensation of hunger, that's when the healing starts to take place. Hunger equates with healing. You're not going to have healing without hunger. And it's always interesting when we get ill, that's the first thing that happens, is that our appetite goes away. The body understands and knows what it's doing. But during this time, we don't want to be ill. We want to take fasting as a because we want to be our best selves. This is one shot. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know about reincarnation. I don't know if I'm coming back. Uh I love my life. I love this body that I was given. And I want to treat it with the utmost highest level of love and respect. And part of that is not is taming it. This is an animal. This is something that responds and wants and desires, has cravings and etc. But in order for me to enjoy the food that I love to eat and the things that I enjoy doing, is that I have to discipline this animal, this body, in order to realize the highest level of health, of life in and of itself on this physical plane, is that I have to go into the spirit realm. And in the spirit realm, this is where we fast, because we're getting our food from a higher level source. We're getting our food from, again, the books that you're going to read on spirituality, meditation, prayer, fasting. Last but not least, the last key to being successful on your fast, and some of you may not be able to do this, but if you have a bathtub where you reside, it is critical. Well, it's not absolutely critical, but it is highly recommended that you take a warm to hot Epsom salt bath every morning, every night. You do it every night. You can do it in the morning. You can do it in the middle of the day, especially if you feel those chills. That's one of the drawbacks of doing a fast during this time of the year, because it is wintertime. The temperatures do get very cold. And while you're fasting, your blood thins. You're more sensitive to the cold weather. I get it. But the daily baths, there's something highly, even on a just on a basic level, even aside from the fasting. That's one thing I for me personally, I taking a hot bath during the wintertime is almost a daily ritual for me personally. Just like in the summertime, I actually take cold showers almost every day. Because I don't have AC in my house, so it gets very hot. And it's nothing like a cold shower. And, people talk about the benefits of cold shower, cold water, plunging, et cetera, et cetera. I do that in the summertime. In the wintertime, I take my hot baths. I throw my Epsom salts in there. If you have bath salts with the scents, even better. But during a fast, there's something special about that. And it really gets the blood flowing. It is really medicinal, extremely medicinal. And it's something that you can really add to your regimen, especially when you're ill. If you're ill, it's almost like if you're dealing with some illness, some condition, there's something about getting in that water and letting the water take it. So whatever condition, whatever is going on in your body, it's like the water can pull that from you. You give it to the water. Very powerful. I'm getting into some high level stuff here. But that's what happens taking a bath. You want to give any type of negativity, any whether it be a physical or whether it be spiritual, emotional, give it to the water. And that's the power of a bath. So those are my 7 keys to success on a fast. Recruiting others. If you're just joining us, recruit somebody. Get somebody to join you. You got to clean and organize. You want to read and educate yourself about fasting. You want to do your spiritual work. You want to limit media, technology. You want to get into love that hunger pain, and get to day 4. You get to day number 4, you're smooth sailing. And last but not least, is to take a daily bath. Hot, warm, hot Epsom salt bath. The next thing I want to get into is the type of fast. Now, I'm going to be doing a fresh juice fast, but I want to go through all of the. You may not want to do a juice fast. You may want to do something else. So I want to go through each type of fast, and I consider each one of these a fast, and I'll explain why. The first type of fast is actually, people technically don't consider it a fast, but because it is you are eating, and that is fresh fruit. The reason why I consider this a type of fast is because you're going to detox by eating fresh fruit. Now we know the high fat content fruits like avocado, olives, maybe durian, ackee. I would not do those if you're trying to, if you want to do just a fruit diet / fast, because that's going to slow detoxification. That level of fat and protein in those fruits is going to slow your digestion. If you're doing just high moisture, high water fruits, that is the equivalent of almost drinking water. A lot of these fruits are 80, 90+% water anyways, very little fiber in some of these fruits. Now, the drawback with that's really something, the fruit fast is really what I recommend in the summertime, because we're in wintertime, there's very little fruit options that are in season at the moment. Off the top of my head, the main fruit that is in season, especially here on the East Coast, is the Florida citrus fruit. So you got Florida oranges, tangerines, grapefruits. All of those are in season right now in Florida, and this is why I include a citrus blend in my program, as far as what we offer at Keppers. But fruit, if you're eating fruit, you're going to have the white tongue in the morning, which is an indication that your body is cleansing. Basically, the mucus is eliminating. But because you are eating and because digestion is triggering, your body is working to digest the fruit. The fiber is going to act like a broom in the colon, and the juice is going to act like a detergent in the bloodstream. Okay, so you're going to cleanse, you're going to heal by eating a fruit diet or fruit fast, is what I call it. Okay, on the second level, so that's the first level. Let's call that level 1, right? Level 2 is your fresh juice. Now, the only real difference between your fresh juices and your fresh fruit is that you are removing the fiber. So there's no little to no fiber in the juices. So again, the less work that your body has to do, the more you're going to detox. With fresh juices, to me, and I'll say this is the second level. Yeah, basically this is the second level. So all your fresh fruits and vegetables. The vegetables that you can juice that have a lot of moisture. Greens don't have a lot of water content, with the exception of like cucumber, which is actually a fruit, and celery, which is a stem. So beyond that, there's not many vegetables that you can juice. I'm not big on carrots and beets. I personally don't drink those, but if you're into carrots or beets, fantastic. Nothing against those. I just personally not for me, not my cup of tea. So that's the second level. The third level is your coconut water. Now your coconut water, it could be like really it's a slight level higher than your fresh fruit and vegetable juices. The coconut water is really almost it's basically to me the optimal level, because we got higher levels in the coconut water, but to me that's where the pendulum is really at the center in terms of getting the best and in terms of getting the most from the least, meaning that because beyond coconut water is pretty much nothing, and we'll go into that. But the coconut water to me is the ideal. If you can get all coconut water and drink nothing but coconut water, I personally like to add a little bit of lime to my coconut water. That's going to be the best fast. Just doing just straight coconut water, a little touch of lime, my personal preference. You're going to detox on an extremely high level. Coconut water has the electrolytes you need, so you don't have to do, people are now doing water, distilled water and such, and adding salt. You don't have to add salt to coconut water. It has a natural, perfect balance of electrolyte energy. It has the perfect sugar balance. It is the perfect ideal water for us to drink. And if your bowels need, it will move your bowels if need be. So coconut water is it. Now, beyond coconut water is, of course, just plain water. Now, obviously, there's all types of water: distilled water, spring water, reverse osmosis, etc., alkaline water. I'm not a fan really of any of these waters. I'm not a fan of water fasting, but if water fasting is what works for you, I know it works for a lot of people, and people have had big time success because you're going to detox. On every one of these, you're going to detox. It's just that, again, I'm personally not a fan. I talk about that in my book. I only got a few copies of my book. I guess I should, if I'm plugging my book, it's somewhere over here. Oh, anyway. But Paradise Health, that's my book. I talk about water and why I don't like water. But you will, the thing is that because there is basically, and if you want to do water, this is my recommendation. If you're going to do water, I would say do distilled water. But you take your distilled water, add something to it, whether it's a little lemon, lime, and or a little sea salt. Give it some energy, give it something. And I would say don't drink too much of it. Like, basically treat it as almost as if it's a dry fast. You want to sip on it. Maybe drink no more than 16 to 32 ounces in a day if you can do that. Look, that's going hard. That is going hard. But people do it. That's my recommendation. And at the highest level is, of course, a dry fast. Now, a dry fast, again, high level. And again, people do it. But if you dry fast, one of the again, the healing energy in your body activates at the highest level. Now, I personally don't have a lot of experience dry fasting. I've done I think I've dry fasted. The longest I've dry fasted is 1 day. 1 day, and I think I've done it twice in my life. So I don't have a lot of experience, but I do know that the less you put in your body, the more the healing energy is activated. And that's the point. But with any one of these fasts, you're going to reach, healing is going to activate. Whether you're doing fresh fruit and you're eating the fresh fruit, or you're doing a dry fast, and everything in between, whether it's water, coconut water, or fresh juices. So during this next 14, 15 days, however long I'm going to go, I'm going to be doing juices primarily. I don't have coconuts at the moment. I'll probably be getting some coconuts at some point. But at least for these next 2 weeks, I'll be doing fresh juices. And again, I've only had 3 juices today, really 2.5. So if I don't finish this juice, I've had about 32 ounces of juice. Not a whole lot. I've been basically just, keeping, you want to be productive. Again, going back to one of the keys of being successful, you want to use this time to study, to get into your religious spiritual practice. This is the time to reset your energy on every level. Well, that was pretty much my spiel. Again, I am employing the community to join me on this journey for this sacred time. If you have questions, now is the time. And while if you have any questions, any comments, please post them, and I'll try to get to those. And one thing I did want to mention is that we have, we're moving into, I see this as not only a sacred time, this is the new year for me personally. And as we move into 2026, I'm also going to be available for any type of coaching, consultation. I'm going to be available. You can shoot me a DM on Instagram or email, or message me some kind of way. I will get to it. I'm available for any of that. And I would love to help you in any way possible on your healing journey. By me helping you, I'm really helping me. So yeah. So I'm here for that. I have a lot of experience, been doing this a very long time, over 20 years. And also, if you are, I'm running a big time special on my website. The code is Solstice 25. You get 25% off any juice cleanse. I got memberships now. So the memberships are, I have you can get a 3-day, 5-day, 7-day, either every quarter or every month. Okay. So go on my website, got a new website. Everything is being reset. And I'm resetting. I'm looking forward to, I'm excited about this new upcoming year, 2025. Yeah, so we doing this. Y'all join me on this fast. Let's live, let's get it. So yes, I'm scanning through Instagram. Yeah. So I'm going to go into my meditation for the evening. I appreciate y'all joining me. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe, like, share. Y'all know the whole routine. Again, share this on Instagram or Facebook. I appreciate y'all. I will probably come back during the midpoint, maybe next Sunday or Saturday. I'll come back and we'll do a check-in and see how we're doing to keep you inspired and to answer any questions. And like I said, I'm available if anyone wants a health or fasting consultation or astrology. If anybody wants a astrological outlook for the upcoming year, I'm available for that too. If you're into that, I practice Vedic Indian astrology. Anybody into that, I can definitely help you out with that. So we'll leave it there. Again, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I will be open. Again, we open, just a reminder, we open at Tastemakers. Those of y'all in the DMV area, we open at Tastemakers 12 to 7 every day. And I guess that's it. So again, peace, love, and light. Happy fasting, happy solstice, happy 2026. I will see y'all next time. Peace and love.